Tail Talk Show. I am your host, Drew Holtgreave, and as always, Dan Szewczak is with me. Dan, how are you doing today?
I am doing pretty well today, Drew. You know, it is absolutely pouring outside today. It is terrible weather, but I'm not letting it get to me. I'm excited for another edition of the Red Tail Talk Show. How are you, Drew? How you doing?
Yeah, I try not to. I'm not one to brag. I don't like doing stuff like that, but I feel in this instance I have to. The weather here in Missouri has been absolutely gorgeous.
Well, just going to leave it at that. Just good for you.
I felt like I was really mean, but you know what, Dan? Let's call it what it is. It's nice to we're here, but I mean, while it's awesome and nice, you know, we're not playing sports, so there's always a negative to it in this quarantine time. But we got to find the positives, right, Dan?
Exactly, Drew. And there are still some positives that we can talk about and let you guys know about, Drew. Isn't that right?
Yeah, let's get into some news. You know, we've been talking about what we've been doing the last couple of weeks because, you know, things are happening, wheels are turning. We got some news to bring to you on behalf of the University of Hartford now. So first, Hartford Athletics, we're doing this new type of content called Senior Salutes. You may have seen it, you may have not. But Dan, you're kind of the guy behind this a little bit, and tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so Senior Salutes has been a thing we've been doing for the past couple of weeks now as a way to honor all of the seniors that are graduating at the University of Hartford in athletics. We wanted to do this kind of in solidarity for all the seniors in spring sports since they lost their season and then lost their senior day. But we also wanted to extend it to all of our student athletes and all of our seniors from both the fall and the winter. So what we've been doing is we've been going alphabetically by last name. Each senior gets their own day. Later today, it's going to be Gael Kasambe from men's soccer. So what we do is we put together a nice graphic for them that we post on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And we just write a nice little story about them, kind of highlighting their career. And we gave them a questionnaire to fill out where they tell us all about their favorite memories, what they're going to be doing after graduation, and just what, you know, like a positive message that they want to send out and like a lesson that they learned during their years at Hartford. So it's a thing that we do every day, Monday through Friday. Again, you can catch everything at hartfordhawks.com, or you can just check our social media platforms again on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook every day to get the latest Senior Salute, Drew. Yeah,
and then one more piece of information we have, maybe for alumni out there, supporters of Hartford Athletics, the soccer golf tournament, you know, the event is the largest annual fundraiser for Hartford men's and women's soccer programs. Usually it happens in May every year, but this year, with the times that we're in, it has now been pushed back to July 27th. So this just in. Breaking news here on the Red Tail Talk Show. The soccer golf tournament pushed back to July 27th. So as of now, it is still happening, and it is $175 a person or $700 for each group of four. What that includes, though, to give you a little info here if you don't know, 18 holes of golf, lunch, post-round happy hour, and dinner. So a lot can be bought with that $175 per person.
Exactly, Drew. And again, like, pushed back to July 27th. If all holds to plan, this is going to be the first university event following the quarantine that we're in now. So you're going to want to reserve your spots as soon as possible. And to do that, Drew, you can contact our Senior Associate Athletics Director, Brian Mick, at mick@hartford.edu. That's MIK at hartford.edu. If you have any questions about the event, you can register online on hartfordhawks.com and direct any questions towards Brian Mick.
Yes, registration is still open. We are still looking to fill spots. So maybe use that as, you know, hopefully if everything holds and that date stands with what's going on in quarantine, you can that could be the first chance you get to have some fun out of the house. I know everybody's probably at the point in their lives right now where they're just looking to get out and do something, because I know at least I'm that way. Quarantine's starting to get to me, Dan.
Exactly.
I certainly will be there.
No, exactly. It is going to be a great way to just, finally get out of the house, do something. And I can't think of anything better than going to support our men's and women's soccer programs, playing a nice round of golf, and then enjoying dinner and drinks afterwards.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. After all of it, the fun time that you can have, everything that comes with it, at the end of the day, you're also supporting our Hartford men's and women's soccer teams, which is huge. We love all the support. I know they get a lot, and any more supporters that want to come along and join in on the fun, you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you.
Exactly, Drew. And speaking of our soccer programs, on the docket for today's show, we have an interview with Anna Cronin from the women's soccer team. We'll talk to her about the past season in the fall, what she's doing in our edition of Quarantine Corner this week, as well as seeing her attempt at stumping me, the Szewczak, Drew, which I was stumped for the very first time last week. So my confidence is a little shaky now on how well I'm going to do going forward.
Yeah, Dan, we're looking for a bounce back week out of you here on the talk show. A lot of people always say it's not, when you fail, it's how you respond to that failure. So we'll see how you respond after being stumped last week here as you go up against, Anna Cronin from the women's soccer team. So let's get into that interview right now, Dan. Welcome in Anna Cronin, redshirt senior defender from Hartford Women Soccer. And Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, thanks for coming on the show. We're excited, and we're going to get into Quarantine Corner here because, like the fans, we all want to know, what have you been doing in this odd time to keep yourself busy?
So a lot, actually. Surprisingly, I've been trying to keep myself busy. I've been playing a lot of basketball, which is crazy. I'm not that good, but I've been beating my brother in around the world, so that's kind of cool.
That's all that matters.
That's awesome.
I know, it's been pretty good, but I've also been doing more cooking. I'm also not a good cook, but I've been trying to learn different things and try different things, so that's been fun. What else? I've been doing yoga, which is good for stretching, good for just everything. So that's been fun. And then also a lot of Netflix, which I'm sure a lot of people have been saying, but so yeah, it's been good. I just watched Tiger King, which was fun, entertaining, of course.
Great series, Drew. You got to watch it. Come on, man.
I am almost refusing to watch it.
Drew, you have to watch it. It's really good.
Jimmy last week said he started it and he was so about it. So I don't know.
It's entertaining. It's crazy, but it's good.
My brothers watched it, so I don't know. Maybe I
mean, Drew, you're a Missouri fan. Like, Tigers are your thing. You got to watch it.
I know.
That's my parents. They went there and they haven't even watched it yet. So like,
well, there you go. Something to do with your parents now. Just sitting down and watch Tiger King.
I don't know if I want to be watching Tiger King with my parents. But anyways, you said cooking. So what's your favorite meal, or like what's your best meal, I guess, if you're cooking?
Okay, so as I said, I'm not a very good cook, so I've started with some simple things.
Yeah.
What have I made? I've made like grilled chicken, pasta. I just made these protein like peanut butter balls. They're really good.
Ooh,
really easy.
Nice.
Takes about like 10 minutes. So that's about my level right now. What else? I like salmon, also very easy to cook. So just stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't have too much salmon over here. My parents are into salmon burgers. Have you ever had salmon burgers?
I have had a salmon burger. I don't know how I feel about them. It was okay when I tried it, but I prefer just like regular mainstream salmon. So.
I'm the same way. They're trying to force me into salmon burgers, and I'm like, I want a regular burger. Yeah, I don't know.
It's all right. It's all right.
So you said you were doing yoga and you're playing basketball. So like, how else have you been exercising and kind of filling the void of no sports that we have right now?
Yeah, so I actually have a little home gym in my basement, which works out really well, especially on like rainy days or cold days. But yeah, so I have a treadmill. I have a couple weights and stuff like that. I have a bench press thing. So just been trying to keep up with that and trying to keep my fitness up. And actually tomorrow morning, our team's going to do a Zoom call just to all get together and do some sort of workout YouTube video, which is kind of cool. So.
Yeah, we'll have to check out for that. We saw you guys made a TikTok too. The whole team did. How'd that go?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was good to say thank you to all the healthcare workers and essential workers. So just decided to do something like that, and it was actually really fun to do, and so it was great.
Well, TikTok's like the big thing right now. Are you like big into making TikToks, watching them, or are you not? Are you refusing to be on the TikTok?
No, I enjoy TikTok a lot. I watch a lot of TikToks. I'm not a big TikTok maker, but I mean, I'm not I also, I don't know. I prefer to watch them more because I think they're hilarious. So.
Yeah, it looks like some of them, they take forever to make too.
I know. I don't think I have the skills to do that, but that's just me.
You said you're watching Netflix, watch Tiger King. Any other shows you've been binge watching?
So I just finished All American, which I absolutely loved. Now I'm watching Waco, which is based off a true story. It's based off of the Waco, Texas shooting and all of that. So just started that. It's actually really good, really interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, we'll definitely have. I heard a lot of good things about All American. So
should
probably start watching
last
that.
Week recommended.
It's really good. Highly recommend.
A little soccer talk here. Talk about the season. You guys were able to get your season in, before all this happened. But you contributed to 6 shutouts this year for the Hawks and averaged almost 87 minutes a game. I did the math. So you're playing all these minutes. How do you play that many minutes per game and just kind of stay healthy?
Yeah, so I mean, that's a big thing, staying healthy, keeping the team healthy. In season, John's really good about giving us the recovery days we need and sure practices aren't too tough before games, and the trainers are great. I mean, I'm in the training room 24/7. You can ask any of them. They see me all the time. So just making sure to keep up with that and eating right and drinking a lot of water. It's all really important for that type of stuff.
Yeah, and so this past year you were voted captain of your team, which obviously a great honor, especially coming from your peers being voted on by the team. So like, what did that, mean to you?
Yeah, so being captain was awesome. My big thing is really just working together as a team and being able to push them in practice and games. And we did a great job of working together on and off the field this year. So they made my job pretty easy. They're awesome. So it was fun. Yeah, for sure.
So you had a big milestone this past season, scoring your first career goal. As a defender, you don't get a chance to score so often. But you got your first career goal in a penalty kick to tie things up when you guys played Sacred Heart. So just what did it feel like to score your first goal?
Yeah, so when John called me up to take that PK, I actually wasn't ready exactly. I mean, I'm always ready, but I mean, I wasn't expecting to take the PK. So it was 2-1 at that point. So I knew I kind of had to make it to give our team a chance in the game. So, I mean, it was an awesome moment. In the moment, I wasn't really thinking about it being my first career goal just because you're so caught up in the game. It was rewarding to be able to tie the game up for my team and just help them. So it was good.
Yeah. So like, what's your mindset with penalty kicks? I mean, I was a goalie when I played soccer, so my mindset was a little bit different than the person taking the kick. But like, what would you say? Like, what's going through your mind when you put the ball down and just get ready to take the PK?
I would say a big thing is picking your corner or spot in the goal before you step up to the line. I mean, at least for me, because if I try to change my mind halfway through when I'm kicking, it usually doesn't go over very well. But I would say just stepping up there and being calm and confident is a big part of actually the goal and executing where to go. So that's pretty much what I think about.
Do you try to see what the goalie is going to do, or do you just you have a lucky corner, or do you just kind of pick at random?
well, I don't want to reveal my corner on the talk, Drew, but
come on, Drew. She's got a season in the fall, you know?
No, but yeah, I usually have.
Today's high 48 with an 80% chance of rain. To talk about the season a little more, obviously you guys, make the playoffs, had a amazing run, didn't end how you wanted it to, but 2 unbelievable playoff games to get to the final. So let's first talk about the UMass Lowell game. You guys won 1-0 in overtime. What was kind of the mindset or the message amongst the team throughout the game? And you guys had so many chances in that. So how did you stick with it to finally kind of persevere and get that goal?
Yeah, so that being our first conference game, we went into the game knowing that it was really important to try to win just to get that momentum into conference play and the conference tournament. So everyone from the start of the game was ready to give 110%. And that was basically the message throughout the game. And both sides had lots of chances, and UMass Lowell's a great team. So it's always very competitive between us two. Yeah, and then it ended up in overtime. Sky had a great flick to Sierra, and she just had the composure to put it in the back of the net. So that feeling was great, especially winning in overtime. That's always a really rewarding feeling. So it was awesome.
Yeah, and crazy game. And then you guys go on to play Albany, who kind of has had your number the last couple of years, and then you guys finally get them back and get to end their season 3-2. So how awesome was that to get back at the Great Danes?
Yeah, so that game was a big game. That was the semifinals, and our goal for the season was to basically just get to the finals. So everyone went into that game very, very focused, ready to go, and we came out with a lot of energy, and I think it showed. We were up 2 goals and pretty early, so that was pretty awesome. And even when Albany came back, there was no doubt in my mind that we were going to win that game just from how we were moving the ball, communicating, talking, just working together. So once Bridget stepped on and scored that goal, it was awesome. It was a great feeling.
Yeah, awesome atmosphere. Volleyball was there. I saw you guys go over and celebrate with them there at the end. So just great win, and it was awesome to watch. And I guess one more question here. So obviously you're coming back for the 5th year. What kind of led to your decision to return here for Hartford? And how excited are you for the upcoming season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. Basically, I knew right away when I transferred here after my first year here. I loved my teammates. I loved the atmosphere. The coaches are awesome. Everyone. I mean, it kind of made my decision really, really easy to take my 5th year. So I'm really excited for the season. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, definitely had a lot of momentum coming from last season. Going to take it into next season. We're just excited to see, what happens and what you all can do in the fall.
We're going to move over and play a little game here called Stump the Szewczak. So we're going to see if not only you can beat Dan, but how you fare against our previous guests. So the way it works, you get 20 seconds to name as many things from whatever categories that you picked. So you picked dogs. So we're going to see how many dogs you can get in 20 seconds. Dan did this earlier today. He got 9. So 9 is the number to beat. So all you got to do is get 10. But if you beat him, keep going because you're going up against, obviously, our previous guests. So you get the also. I forgot to mention, if you stump Dan, you get the 5 extra bonus points that Jimmy got last week. So that'll help in your score as well. So do you have any questions before we start?
I don't think so, but I would like to point out that I am a cat person.
You're a cat? Would you rather do cats?
No, definitely not, because
Drew, I wouldn't even know how to count what's a cat breed and what's not. I would have no idea.
See, I like cats more. I wouldn't say I know more cat breeds, but I also wouldn't say I know a lot of dog breeds. So I guess we're just gonna see how this goes.
I just noticed. Is that your cat in the background there?
Yes. Do you want her to make a guest appearance?
Yes.
Please do.
We love animal guest appearances. Ginger made the first one.
Hold on. Oh God, hold on. Hey.
Is she not? She's.
Cats are jerks, man. They don't want
to be moved.
Hold on. Let me bring my computer.
Okay.
Oh my God, wait.
Oh.
Come here.
She does not want to be on camera, it looks like.
She's not a camera cat.
Oh. What's the cat's name?
Her name's Macy.
Macy. Okay, we need that for the lower third graphic.
We got that.
Her appearance here.
I made a note. I made a note of that.
Made a note of that?
I made a note. I'll make sure to get one.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay. All right. So 20 seconds to name as many dogs as you can. And Dan's going to keep count, and I'll have the timer here. And I'll put it up so everybody can see. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Golden Retriever. Hot dog. I don't know if that counts. German Shepherd. Poodle. Oh my God.
Time.
Oh my God.
Did you say hot dog?
I forget what they're called.
That is insulting to Ginger. My dog is a dachshund.
Oh, that's what they're called. I couldn't think of it. I told you I'm not good at this.
So Drew, do we count hot dog?
Count
you gotta give it.
We count it. All right, Drew.
Got like 4. So
I knew what she meant, but
I did too. So I did count it, which gives her a grand score of 4.
Whoa.
Well, see, I didn't know you were a cat person, so now
Well, I probably would have done the same.
So Anna's going to go up on the leaderboard with 4.
Yes.
Fourth place. You're up there.
Fourth place.
I'm not going to get the 5 bonus points for beating Dan. Dan, you won that one. Dan thought he did bad with 9.
I thought I did bad.
I feel like that's a hard. I feel like that's hard. I don't know.
Don't worry. I offended Drew too because I didn't put dachshund either. So.
I mean, I got hot dog, so.
It's better than I did.
Does Anna win because she knew the hot dog and you didn't, Dan? Because Ginger already made an appearance, so I feel like you should have done that one.
I plead the fifth on that. Just...
Well, Anna, we'd like to thank you for coming on the show. This was a lot of fun, and we hope that you are staying safe and staying healthy during quarantine. We can't wait to see you back in the fall on the field for the Hawks.
Nice. Thank you guys for having me.
Once again, we'd like to thank Anna Cronin from Hartford Women Soccer for joining us on the show. We had a wonderful time. Dan, you did bounce back. She wasn't able to stump you. But great performance, though, considering she's a cat person, as we came to find out. And we made her do dogs. So, I kind of –
Exactly.
That was a little bit of a disadvantage for her there. So –
yeah, we threw an unintentional curveball, but we got to see Macy the cat out of it. So thank you, Macy. Thank you, Anna.
Yes,
for being on the show.
Thank you for we'd like to shout out to Anna Cronin's cat, Macy, for making a special surprise guest appearance on the show. Now our second animal to appear on this show. We look forward to many more special guest appearances from all kinds of different animals.
I hope, man. I hope future guests bring on their pets.
Yeah, future guests, bring on your pets because everybody likes a good pet. That being said, though, Dan, that's going to do it for this episode of the Red Tail Talk Show. Remember, though, senior salutes out there. Check them out. Monday through Fridays, one a day for all of our seniors. A tribute to them, and then also for alumni, supporters of Hartford, or really anybody at all. If you're looking to play some golf and support our soccer teams, registration is open. That event is now July 27th. That is a Monday. So go check that out and sign up for it. We'd love to have you. Also, smash that like button and leave us any comments you have below, any advice, suggestions, anything at all. We love the feedback. But yeah, just smash that like button and subscribe if you want some notifications there.
Yeah, right you are, Drew. Remember to follow us here on YouTube for the video version. Excuse me, video on YouTube.
Yes,
but also check
on YouTube.
Video on YouTube, audio on our platforming apps, podcast platforming apps, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts. It's where you can find me and Drew on the Red Tail Talk Show each and every Friday at 9 a.m. Thanks again for tuning in. Stay safe, stay healthy, everyone. And as always, Drew, go Hawks.